Help us understand the organization and what its leadership was by just kind of describing what NXIVM is.
Well, it's a very interesting question that you pose, because I've studied it now in three ways. One, as its publicist. Secondly, as its arch enemy, the man that most people who are still members of NXIVM consider as the guy that brought the cult down. And then I've had the great pleasure of knowing some of the people that are still loyal to Keith Raniere. That is, there are still a number of people who believe that what NXIVM had to offer was good. And here's the astonishing thing, Mike, and something I think we have to remember about cults or groups that are high control. A lot of the people are awfully good people. The members are not a group of nefarious monsters. In fact, just the opposite. Some of the most delightful people I've met in my life are members of NXIVM, past and present. So it was a community. There is this warm community where through commonality, through common bonds, they grow very fond of each other. And except for the very upper high rank members, this is a very warm and welcoming community. And when you first enter it, you are treated with an extraordinary measure of goodwill, affection. You're invited into a world of intelligent and good-looking people, predominantly female, and not a group of dummies, not a group of zombies. You would never, if you were to see them on the street or at a coffee shop, you would not think for a second, oh, that is a cult member.
This is really interesting. I think of my own experiences of investigating cults and dealing with these personalities that are at the leadership level within them. This common theme of, as you are introduced into a group, the terminology I hear a lot is the love bombing that goes on. The fact that you now are part of a really special group, an elite group, that and you are really lucky to be a part of this.
Well, I think a lot of people do accept that kind of love bombing, as you say. I think some of it's genuine, though. I think some of it's really, hey, welcome into our group. We want you with us.
Well, and I have to imagine, I mean, at the rate they were paying you, they sought you out. They gave up on some of the ideology they have that you needed to go through classes and other things. They were pretty excited to have you, and that had to have been a real ego boost for you as well, to be accepted by an organization like that, to be their publicist.
Well, I think generally speaking, wherever I go, people are glad to have me. Present company, I hope, not excluded.
You are correct, sir.
But yes, it was not an unappealing thing to have, wherever I went in their organization, to have 10 or 12 attractive young women eager and ready to assist in any of the endeavors that I might call upon them. I think they gave me a staff of 22 people. They provided a 10,000 square foot manor house for me, a country place with servants to operate out of as my headquarters. And they spared no expense to make me comfortable. And I think I returned the favor, because not only did I turn their publicity around, but I uncovered during my work there that the Brofmans were being robbed by an investor. And I went to California and I recovered $26 million for them.
Oh my goodness.
In stolen assets.
Is there any way to kind of put a number to how many members were members of NXIVM?
Yes, there is. There's levels of membership. Okay, so, I mentioned there was 105 women in this sorority. There was probably a couple hundred, I'd say maybe as many as 400 other strong members. And then there were maybe thousands who have taken the classes, but you wouldn't really call them members. So it's kind of like a funnel. Right at the top were everyone who took the classes. And then they would be people who take a second class or a third class. And ultimately, they would be looking for the people who wanted to give up their other work and become full-time trainers and recruiters for NXIVM. And that would be essentially what you would call membership, real membership. You'd be a coach, you'd be then a proctor, then a trainer.